Hello you guys, today we're gonna do a little video of me yapping about my existential crisis. I know the lighting is not the best today, but I honestly cannot sleep with these thoughts that I have in my head, so I'm gonna use my camera to help me process all of these thoughts that I have in my mind. So I'm sorry for using you guys for my personal benefit, but anyone else is going through the same thing as I am going through, then I just want to let you know that you're not the only one with those thoughts. So I'm basically gonna share them with you. Okay, so that you guys get some context on why I have these thoughts is because last week I went on a family trip with my family, and basically my family is composed of 2 children, 1 baby, then the adults, and then my grandma. And it's really weird to be with them because I feel like I'm in between being a child, like my nephews, and being an adult, like my brother and his wife. And it's like I'm in that empty space in where I'm trying to find out who I want to be as an adult. And it's like I don't know if I consider myself a child still, or if I already consider myself a grown-up adult who already has lots of responsibilities. It gives me lots of nostalgia being around kids because it constantly reminds me that I was once one of them, and that door has already closed for me, and that I already don't belong with them. And it gives me nostalgia, and it also gives me sadness that I'm not gonna have that innocence of being a kid. I'm not gonna be as, I mean, my parents are still gonna take care of me, but they're not gonna take as much. I'm not gonna be as dependent of my parents as my family as I was when I was a kid. So that freedom of knowing that there's an adult in my back, and knowing that he is responsible of me, I already don't feel like that. And I kind of miss that feeling of being dependent on someone. I miss the feeling of basically um going outside and think and always having to look out for my parents. I feel alone. Even though I'm surrounded with people, I feel I don't have my parents as close to me as when I was a kid. And that's normal because every person obviously needs to grow up, and they're obviously um gonna have to basically take off. But I'm gonna miss that era of me. I'm gonna miss the younger me who was always dependent of my parents, and my younger me who was always um being taken care of my parents and being watched over 24 hours. I'm gonna miss like not having to worry about adult things. I'm gonna miss not having to worry about my finances. I'm gonna miss not having to worry about what I'm going to be doing in the future. I miss not worrying about how society sees me. And it's like I'm slowly losing that innocence and that ignorance that I had of the world, and I'm beginning to be more conscious about my own actions, and I'm beginning to basically carve my own place in this world. And it feels scary. I mean, it also feels really exciting, obviously, because I'm obviously gonna have more freedom. And freedom, although it feels scary, it also feels really exciting. I feel really excited to try new things. I'm really excited to meet new people. I'm really excited to travel alone. And that's freedom. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to basically go to college and to study and to meet new friends. to basically experience the world by myself, not through the perspective of my parents. And it's like, it's exciting, but it's also really scary, because I'm gonna have so many responsibilities, and every action that I take is gonna have a consequence, and I'm always gonna be thinking if what I'm doing is the right thing to do or if it's the wrong thing to do. And I'm always overthinking about every decision that I take throughout the day, because I'm always thinking if this is gonna lead me to the right path that I want. I'm always thinking if this is gonna give me the scholarship that I want or that I need for college. I'm always thinking if um I'm always worrying about which university I'm going to be taking. I'm scared of making the wrong decisions, because I know that in the future I'm gonna be the one who's gonna pay the consequences. Because the thing that I'm most cared about is basically choosing the career that I want for university, because I want to do medicine, but I also want to do business. And the decision to choose between them is my responsibility to take. And if I take the wrong decision, it's going to have consequences in the future. But the thing is that I don't know how to pick the right decision. I don't know which one to pick. How to I don't know how to choose these very big things. And it's so frustrating. And it always scares me, the fact that if I choose wrong in the future, I'm going to regret that decision. And it's super stressing for me, and it gives me lots of anxiety during the night. And I'm always asking ChatGPT which career should I take, because at this point I'm currently desperate about what do I need to do, about what is the right thing for me to do. And it's like so frustrating that I have so many responsibilities, and literally the world is ahead of me, and it's so vast that it scares me if I do something wrong. It's scary that in the future, if I ever go into a new university and I go abroad, which is the plan that I always had when I was a little kid, it's scary that I'm not gonna have my parents at home anymore. It's scary that I'm not gonna have my family as close as before. It's scary that when I go home, I'm gonna be the one who's basically taking care of myself. There's no mama, there's no papa who I can come to when I go back home from, I don't know, university classes. And that's scary, because I'm literally gonna be alone. And I literally feel so alone in this world at this point of my life, that I'm I'm basically lost as a teenager, as a upcoming adult. It's also crazy to me, the fact that I'm currently 17, right? So my favorite movie is To All the Boys That I Loved Before, and the main character, Lara Jean, she's a junior, and I'm already a senior. Like, what do you mean that I'm older than the main characters of my favorite rom-coms? It's like, it doesn't fit in my brain, the fact that I'm older than them. It's basically mind blowing to me, because when I was a little kid and when I was watching those movies, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so old. I'm gonna experience all of these when I'm older. But you know what? I'm already older than them, and I haven't experienced anything sort of in the movies. I literally feel like I've lived so many things, but at the same time, I haven't lived anything. Like anything like in the movies, I haven't seen those. I haven't been in a relationship. I haven't kissed a boy. I haven't been in cool parties yet, because I wasn't invited. And I literally feel like there are so many things that I wanted to do during my teenage years, that when I came to be a teenager, it didn't happen to me. And it was also quite disappointing that teenage years aren't as glamorous as they are depicted in the movies. I know that sounds cliche, but um, I wished my teenage years had been different. I wish that I was a popular kid who was rich and who was always invited to huge parties and who had a boyfriend. But you know what? I haven't lived any of that. And by one part, I'm not sad because maybe that was the best thing that could happen to me to avoid all the drama and all of this stuff. But another side of me is also disappointed that it didn't happen because it's like my life is so boring. I mean, I've done lots of things, but they're not the things that I was thinking that I was gonna experience. And it's like, I still wanna live those things. So during the senior year, I'll try to get out of my comfort zone, you guys. This is my oath for my upcoming senior year. During this senior year, I'll do lots of things and I'll try to romanticize my life to the max. I'm gonna try to make it look like in the movies, and I'm gonna do all of the fun stuff that I've always wanted to do in high school. Oh my gosh, high school. I can't believe that next year I'm already gonna exit high school. It's like, wow. But well, this was all of this stuff that I wanted to jab you guys with you guys. So I know it's quite disastrous, all of my thoughts, but um, if you feel somehow the same to me, just know that you're not the only one. And I think that's all.